done that in the past. We've had to make those really tough choices. Those would have some deep lasting impacts. They'd result in significant service cuts, including public safety. We can grow Long Beach economic development and unleash our creative economy, but as we've said before, that's not going to solve this problem by itself. And revenue measures could be an important part of the solution to mitigate cuts, transition from oil, and depending on the level of support, even address some of our pressing needs. And so next step is we're doing some very specific research right now on the specific wording of some of those revenue measures. We've had a second round of polling commissioned, and that analysis I expect to be complete pretty soon, and we'd make that then available. The specific wording of the measures matter. So using those 75 words to really explain what voters are understanding of that measure, because some of these are complex. And so using different words can get voters have different understanding of what is in front of them. Using those 75 words to really explain what voters are understanding of that measure, because some of these are complex. And so using different words can get voters have different understanding of what is in front of them.
Good morning. My name's John Fairbank. I'm a partner in Fairbank, Mazzamel, Metz & Associates, FM3. Pleasure to be here and available to answer any questions. I've been doing public opinion research for a good 30 years. I don't know how many measures we've passed in the last help pass, and opinion research has been initiated in most all of these measures that you have all passed in the last couple of years. Led by the mayor and the council and all of you, the city has been very aggressive at putting measures on the ballot, increasing taxes we have done and been successful. I've worked with all of you on all of those. Most recently, the utility transfer tax, Measure M, was on the November 2018 ballot. But we've helped bring legalize marijuana here for you, increase your sales tax. We work for the Long Beach Unified School Districts, a number of bonds over the last few years, the Community College District. So I've had the pleasure of increasing all of your taxes. We want to test some different options of ballot language. As you know, you have 75 words to submit to the voters if you put a measure on the ballot. Those 75 words are exceedingly important. This is what the voter will see and will look at and try to understand.
Has it been your experience that putting something like this on the ballot is able to move public opinion in the direction which
And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to test individual items and see what moves voters.
Well, I think we've made history here today. This is the first time I've ever seen political strategy discussed in open session of a board meeting.
Well, I'll just be very candid at the outset. I have a lot of difficulty with this proposal. I think we're moving into uncharted territory, as Commissioner Salzgeber indicated, and there are potential unintended consequences involved. I'm very doubtful that this is an appropriate expenditure, but to saddle the taxpayers with. Remember, the ratepayers are going to pay for this. And, you know, I noticed a little bit of irritation in Commissioner Salzgeber's voice, and I understand where he's coming from. Much of what you said suggests to me that what we're talking about is disguised advocacy. Political strategy is just another term for disguised advocacy, and this is what we're going to, what he's going to be engaging in. And so now I'll ask the city attorney, can we pay for advocacy at this point?
I wouldn't advise it.
So that if this falls into the area of advocacy, we're placing ourselves at risk, at legal risk, for crossing the line and acting illegally.
I think it's important that now that we've got this thing out there, that we make a move and get it done. And remember that we have the right to phrase the questions the way we want them. And the questions should be, and I'm certain will be, phrased to find out what the customers want, not how we can massage this to get it passed. So I'll be voting against the substitute motion.
Could I just briefly comment on it?
Okay. Go ahead.
We've talked at length about exploring what the customers want. The question is a very simple question. Will we consolidate or will we not consolidate? What is needed other than advocacy to find out what the ratepayers want? It's up or down. You want consolidation? And if you want consolidation, this is what will happen if we consolidate. And then you list the benefits. That is advocacy.